Get lured in by a tender Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's. Enjoy 2 of them now for just $5. Made with flaky Alaskan pollock from sustainable fisheries, it's a crispy, steamy, tangy treat that'll leave you ready to dive in for another bite. Plus, add any size soft drink like an ice-cold Sprite for just $1. Catch this deal before it's gone. Only at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meals. Single item at regular price.
Hello, I'm Kevin Henderson, Grayson County Judge Executive. You don't need to be an inventor, a scientist, or a judge executive to shape the future of your community. You just need to be someone who cares about your community. By being counted in the 2020 census, you will help inform funding for local school programs, emergency services, and roads in our community. We all count. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
This is Christy with Cash Connection in the Vape Shop. We are open 6 days a week in Litchfield across from Walgreens and in Hardinsburg behind Taco Bell. Cash Connection offers payday loans, and the Vape Shop is home to the 30 ml $6.99 e-liquid.
This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hey folks, this is Kurt Scott, minister at Caneyville Christian Church. I would like to invite you to worship with us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Our Sunday school begins at 10 a.m. Hope to see you soon.
Confusion is the answer. This is Roger Patterson with a Minute of Vision for Life. There have been 2 distinct times in my life when the confusion of the moment directed me to the answer. Recently, when our daughter broke her elbow launching off the swing set, we received a bad report in our halfway checkup. The doctor didn't like the x-rays, thought we needed surgery, and wanted to send us for a CAT scan to double-check everything. When we arrived for the scan, we were told our insurance didn't cover it and it would cost $1,200. Then he asked, "Has she ever had x-rays?" Impatiently, I said, "Yeah, across the street 30 minutes ago." He replied, "Well, if you don't have them, then we'll have to get some more." At that moment, my phone rang, and the attendant came out to get my daughter for more x-rays and a CAT scan. It was a chaotic moment for sure, but my wife on the other end of the phone said, "Just cancel and let's regroup." What wisdom. 1 Corinthians 14:33 states, "For God is not a God of disorder, but of peace."
You've been listening to Dr. Roger Patterson with A Minute of Vision, a ministry of Vision for Life Radio, where faith and sports collide at visionforlife.org.
Fox Sports Trending now.
News from the NBA, where former All-Star point guard Stephon Marbury, who late in his career became a star in China, says he's working on arranging a deal with a supplier in China to get 10 million N95 masks delivered to New York City, where hospital workers are facing a shortage of protective gear while fighting the coronavirus outbreak. Boston Celtics guard Marcus Smart announced in his Twitter account he's now recovered after testing positive for the coronavirus. News from the NFL, where former All-Pro Jacksonville Jaguars offensive tackle Tony Boselli has been hospitalized due to the coronavirus. He reportedly had been in intensive care, but has since improved. The Washington Redskins signed former Eagles corner Ronald Darby to a 1-year deal worth $4 million. The Detroit Lions signed former Packers wide receiver Geronimo Allison to a 1-year deal for the Veteran League minimum. And news from college football, where former Washington head coach Jim Lambright has passed away at the age of 77. He also played collegiately with the Huskies. I'm Eddie Garcia.
K105 Weather is brought to you by the 3 Grayson County locations of the Sicilian Bank.
Twin Lakes weather. Expect sunny skies today as we warm into the 60s. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies as we fall down into the upper 30s and the low 40s. For your Tuesday, some showers around, and when it's not raining, we're keeping it cloudy with highs only in the 40s. We dry out by your Tuesday night. I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's still to play. And don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Hey, running down the avenue. See how the sun shines brightly in the city. On the streets where once was pretty Mr. Blue. Tired of living here today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong?
This is In the Know for Monday, March 30, the 90th day of 2020. There are 276 days left in the year. Good morning, MB, guiding you through In the Know at K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose. Live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app using the SoundCloud or iTunes podcast. We are on Facebook Watch, on YouTube Live, on Periscope, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. We look back on a weekend. What did you do? And we'll also check in on one another, see how everyone's doing. And we also reach a milestone today. That and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
We're in conditions right now where boosting our immune system would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Right? It's always good to have a strong immune system. Get sleep, talk to people, and try and relax. Those are 3 keys to helping boost your immune system. Lack of sleep, loneliness, and stress are the main psychological factors that make people more vulnerable to infection. Do you believe that?
I do. And I also think you need sunshine. I think that helps
sunshine
so much.
would definitely
Get outside.
That's right.
In your yard or whatever.
She's the pride of Pumpkin Center, the heiress to the great mini burger fortune. She's Vera Wang's arch nemesis and the professional bargain hunter's woman of the year. She's Misty Embry Thomas. Hey. How's Misty?
I'm great. How are you?
Are you healthy?
I'm healthy.
2 thumbs up.
Still here.
Good. Just got to get our daily check-in. Make sure you're 2 thumbs up. Are you disappointed that your plans for Wednesday have been thrown out the window?
You're gonna have to let me know what it was.
Wednesday is April Fool's Day.
Okay.
And I think it's probably, let's just go ahead and agree as a community globally, let's step away from the April Fool's Day for 2020.
It's probably no time for tricks.
I think there are already
Jokes.
enough surprises.
No.
There are already enough things we don't see.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and put the whoopee cushions back in the cabinet
Yeah.
for this year. Things are already maybe for some families tense at home because of the amount of time that you're spending at home. You don't need the straw that breaks the camel's back. Right? You need to just...
I'm not a fan of pranksters anyway.
Right.
Nor am I.
I never liked...
It makes me angry.
Yeah, no, so there was a guy in high school that wanted to date me, but he was like this huge prankster. I'm like, you get on my nerves. Stop doing that. So
I don't like to be scared. I don't like to be...
Don't pull my chair out from under
No.
me. Don't. That drives me crazy. So I'm not a fan of April Fools. Here's what you can do on April Fools. You can take your census.
Yeah.
Census, they say starts in April. It actually has already started, but...
By the way, did you know
Okay.
the first weekend that we were told to start the social distancing, that I did the census for our household that very
did.
weekend?
Did you add any extras in just in case?
No, because I didn't see any extra. I mean, sorry, I was just
Are you trying to live with us?
I was encouraged to be honest.
No, but I've got a couple. I got a couple extras right now that I'm like, if it says if you're here on April 1st to count you, I'm gonna be counting.
You're not allowed to have a party, so you can't request people come over.
Well,
so you
they
can
got
count them.
stuck when the social distancing got put into place, and they were like, "I'm in your house and now I don't know what to
They
do
got
with
caught
my
in the
hands."
rapture.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
So-
By the way, speaking of April Fool's Day, Google has even said that even though theirs is virtual, Google is not doing their annual April Fool's Day jokes that they do with their like if you search for one thing and you get another, that would be funny to me.
Miss
but
Debbie Childress was with me on Shop Local. She made a great suggestion. Like, make videos of your kids doing jokes, like knock jokes, telling jokes.
Okay.
So.
Because
Share
you'll love
those.
them later.
Share
Yeah.
those, sure.
Yeah.
If your kid tells great jokes, share those. I did see a great video of a kid in a neighborhood juggling while all the other kids in the neighborhood sat on their stoops, and he would go up and down the sidewalk juggling for them to entertain them. So I thought, let's do that on April Fool's.
What if your kid is not a good joke teller? Discourage that behavior?
Screen it before you play it for the world, right?
Don't encourage that type of behavior. So as of last evening, Governor Andy Beshear, should I give you what happened to my forecast? Do you know?
It's going to be 64 today, sunny, cold tomorrow.
Yes, but yeah, absolutely. It's going to be
tomorrow? 42
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we may get to 51 tomorrow, but it's going to be it's going to struggle in the 40s most of the day. It was being called a go ahead, get rid of your chili supplies tomorrow. Like tomorrow, you can just go ahead and start to
make all the chili.
If you're housing chili supplies, go ahead and get those out of the way.
We are at our house.
Because if you get on these would be the last couple of days that chili might fit into your menu plan.
Yeah.
Hold on to the other stuff. You may need it as temperatures warm.
Well, and you can freeze chili.
Yeah,
you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
My mom made chili over the weekend.
It's not necessarily ever as good, but yeah, you can certainly freeze it.
I even have Frito scoops. See, I can't have chili without Frito scoops.
Oh, I mean, you
have
don't
chili
want to. You can, but you don't want to.
No, I cannot.
It's not physically possible. Interesting.
Well, no, I mean, it's the cannot where it's not one word, which means it can happen, but you don't want it to happen.
Okay.
The cannot as one
So
word means
do you
it
eat
physically
crackers?
cannot happen. No, I do not. I just don't eat chili,
Yeah,
but I
so-
have Frito scoops.
Wow.
I'm weird about crackers too.
You'll pass on that. All right, Governor Beshear gave his update, his second of the weekend, so his usual 5 p.m. update yesterday. COVID-19 cases have surpassed 400 in Kentucky. Nearby Hopkins County confirmed it had 14 new cases over the weekend. They had, I think, 7 on Saturday, and then all of a sudden jumped to 14. Butler County got its first official confirmed case over the weekend. Governor Beshear says 45 cases of COVID-19 had been diagnosed over the previous 24 hours. And then no new deaths were reported, though, leaving Kentucky's COVID-19 fatalities at 9. So that's good. Hopkins County, Madisonville area, large population to not have more already than what you might think, but they had grown from 3 to 17 in about a 2-day period, but I think that was probably testing getting caught up. The governor says the next 2 weeks are going to tell the tale. And the Dr. Stephen Stack says we're at crunch time. He says the next 2 to 3 weeks are pivotal. Governor Beshear mentioned, by the way, I don't know if we'd heard these totals. We have 18,500 hospital beds, 1,300 ICU beds, and 1,352 ventilators here in Kentucky. That's what we've got. He also says that he's pleading with golfers and joggers to keep distances. That he says, I know that it's beautiful outside, but this is real. We need your help in enforcing positive social peer pressure to make sure we've got folks doing the right thing. I understand when you're out on the golf course that you are probably distanced or can be distanced from one another, but oftentimes there's still the clubhouse, the locker room, the restrooms, cart, various places that you can't help but come into contact with people. The pin, there are just, I know it seems like one of those things. Well, sure, you can get out and play golf. That would be easier. It's the intersection points that are I think are the concerns. Plus, it sort of sends the wrong message. There's like, well, I'm out here and everything's great. Even Friday morning, as we talked about, the governor encouraging mayors and judge executive to close parks. The Litchfield and Grayson County parks were closed throughout the day on Friday. If you go through there now, you'll see netting or barriers or something to discourage people from.
It just feels so wrong, though, to see that. I know it needs to be done. I'm just saying, when you see the visual of it, it's not that it feels wrong. It just feels like it's just the reality that society has shut down.
Right.
Let me say it that way. No, it has to be done. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying it hurts my heart that society is having to be shut down.
So I was in a store yesterday, and I saw someone with a young person in tow that didn't have to be. And I thought, okay, so there's an example of, there was something I thought of that I needed yesterday. So, and I thought it was one thing that was non-essential. And normally I would have said, I'm going to go grab that. And I said, nope, that's just one more trip into a store that I don't have to make. And so as a result, I didn't. It was a non-essential thing, and it was not a big deal. But it's at least thinking, okay, so I understand that the evil empire is a place where you're allowed to go, but it doesn't mean that you should just load your hooligans up in the car and go turn them loose to roam around the store, or any store for that matter, just because it's open. I realize that you have limited options on where you can go and do commerce, but those box stores are kind of interesting. They're open because of their vital nature of being grocery stores, but I could almost make a case that the rest of the store should be shut down so that people aren't just roaming around looking at the latest DVDs and TVs and all those things.
Let me say this. Now, for single moms, single dads, whatever, moms and dads that are still working, you may have to take those kids in. You can't take them to Mama and Granddad because they're the older population we're trying to protect. I get it. I do think I have a great idea, though. You know how you can make the ghost out of the sheet? You just cut the holes in the eyes?
Yes.
Put a ghost sheet on everybody that goes in except the one that's getting groceries, because then they're little, like they can't touch, right?
Yeah. Something.
It's me saving the world again.
It's just obvious that if you go by the parking lots of some of these stores, that there's stuff other than essential traffic going on.
I'm guilty. I did grab a swimsuit bottom the other day with my milk and bread, but it was a quick grab. It was like, I've been looking for that black skirt for a while because I'm at the skirt age and it's going in the cart.
Right.
So I'll confess, society forgive me. It was me keeping the economy afloat and stepping out in faith that we are going to get back to our lakes this summer.
The lakes are one of the places you can go, I guess, at least for right now. I had somebody ask last week, said, so you take a normal lawnmower place, all right,
okay,
that can't be open,
right,
but over here this big box store
yep,
has got lawnmowers for sale, and you can buy a lawnmower from them.
Yep,
I
agree.
I think that we're going to have to compartmentalize. Yeah. Like the grocery aspect needs to remain open.
Right.
The hardware aspect needs to remain open, right? Repairs need to take place. Yep. But I'm going to shop for some new white goods. And it turns into...
It's hard, though, to walk into the store and remember that we're in a place in society that the normal shopping you've done for 44 years, in my case, can't take place or shouldn't take place. You need to get in and get out. So,
right.
Okay, so ghost sheets for everybody who's not actually shopping. Keep those little arms contained. I think it's a perfect fix.
How about straight jackets? Can we just do straight jackets?
That feels more like abuse. I think a ghost, like ghost sheets for everybody.
Grayson County Sheriff Norman Chaffins announces his office is closing, but they are still enforcing the law and performing services that they need to provide, just to eliminate extra traffic in now the office and coming into contact with people. In the interest of protecting the health and safety of his office and other staff, they're closing the actual office portion of the sheriff's office. The sheriff says no tax payments will be accepted until April 10. No vehicle inspections will be performed until further notice. He noted that all calls to the sheriff's office are being rerouted through Grayson County Central Dispatch, and that if someone needs to pick up a report, if you tell dispatch, they will make arrangements to get that taken care of.
Poor dispatch.
And so
right.
He says, he does go on to say, we are still serving warrants, we are still patrolling our streets, and we're answering calls for service. As far as the deputies go and the job that we do, we're business as usual. We are still enforcing the law. It's just the administrative side of the sheriff's office is being
I'd like to know
down.
if the number of calls of rowdiness have gone down. Like, are officers having to respond to more domestics or less just walking the street crime? Or
that brings up
as usual?
I'm glad you mentioned that because I had sort of forgotten. But in Governor Beshear's briefing yesterday or Saturday, he mentioned that there was a man in Mercer County who had been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and was refusing to tell officials who he had been in contact with and come around for the last few days. And I said, what's her name?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's her name?
His name.
Or his name. Or like
yeah.
There's someone you don't
told
want
on
people.
Yourself.
You caught the COVID. Yeah. And now you got to fess up on where you've been.
Like, you just told on yourself. Hey, I gotta say, during Governor Beshear's address over the week, I got a little concerned when Virginia wasn't there and Kenneth wasn't there, and there was James and the other lady. I thought, Kenneth, were you so late with the graphic that They've done brought James in.
They sent Kenneth off for some training.
Apparently.
Some AV training.
I think he's back, though, right? I know
Yeah,
Virginia's
he's
back. Good.
President
Good to see
Trump
you back,
has
Kenneth.
extended the distancing guidelines another 30 days. So the initial 15-day period was extended another 30 days or so. And so, I mean, I don't think that comes as a surprise to anyone. I appreciated his optimism a week ago, saying, "Well, I want to open let's get going by Easter." No, no,
It's not going to happen, buddy.
I do think Easter would be a great symbolic time to resurrect the society, right? And we all raise with Jesus today.
Absolutely.
Right?
I like the sentiment,
Me
but
too.
it's just not going to be
plausible,
practical at this point. You can read a story at K105.com about an intoxicated Grayson County man wanted for threatening police and others who was arrested after a short chase in Clarkson.
So not all the hooligans are quarantined.
Arrested, right? Well, I mean, you're allowed to drive. That's the thing. You can drive. You just can't stop anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
but you could never drive drunk, not even during a pandemic.
right. And sometimes, you just get caught in the middle of the road in front of Clarkson Baptist
Listen,
Church.
even
Sometimes it
if
just
you
happens.
even if you think the COVID is knocking on your door, you don't get in the car and drive drunk. You can't run from the COVID drunk.
Correct. Recruits from police agencies across Kentucky have graduated from basic training. The 33 graduates of Class 510 completed 20 weeks of training last week at the Kentucky Department of Criminal Justice Training Facility in Richmond. I wonder what they had to do to, they surely had to do things differently to finish up their last couple of weeks.
Sheet ghost.
800 hours of instruction, by the way, is
Wow.
what they
Good
get
for
for that.
them.
The final deadline to nominate horses for the Triple Crown Series is being extended indefinitely because of the coronavirus. That was horses, just to be clear.
That's why you read the story and not me.
The deadline was scheduled to be today, but they've extended that.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm no longer allowed. During my last performance management review, I was denied all opportunities to read any horse stories ever again.
That's right. You've been discouraged
All horse
from
stories
equine stories.
Yeah.
are not allowed to come across my desk.
That's right.
It was
But
kind of bad.
With that, we still got a chance to get in the Triple Crown, the three of us. We could be gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The Triple Crown. I don't know. The family
I'm
of...
open.
Here's hoping we get a gig.
So we lost Joe Diffie over the weekend
Oh, my
due to
God. I did
see that.
coronavirus complications. I was amazed at how many 35 singles is what he put on the charts.
Wow.
Now, not as an artist, not as a performer, but as a writer. He wrote a bunch of songs for other people as well. But John Deere Green, Pickup Man, Home, etc. So we lost Joe Diffie in Nashville at age 61.
Wow.
And then the family of John Prine says the singer-songwriter is critically ill and has been placed on a ventilator in the New York area. So we're continuing to hear that news. And the first weekend, like when it appeared that we were going to be disrupted, like things were slowing down, I mentioned to Uncle Sam, I said, I'm wondering if this paves the way for esports to finally become a thing to the mainstream. And lo and behold, the iRacing event that NASCAR has been doing, they've been having races using simulators the last couple of weekends, and people are watching. They've got, they have someone singing the national anthem. You've got Jeff Gordon and Mike Joy who are doing the broadcast and just kind of continuing on like it was an actual race. And
Necessity.
I think people are kind of liking it. So we'll see if other esports kind of take off as well during this time. We got to get to a break. Got plenty more on the way. Hang around here on In the Know.
Did you know that experts estimate that 80 to 90% of disease is stress-related? Massage can help by lowering your blood pressure, increasing circulation, reducing fatigue, and increasing energy. Call Renee Smith at 270-505-5463 to set up your appointment for a therapeutic massage today. Renee also offers gift certificates and is conveniently located on Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield. 270-505-5463.
Today, successful small businesses are lean, portable, and focused. If you're running your own business, you need to stay in tune to your customers, vendors, and employees. That doesn't leave much time for processing payroll and reporting, much less the the overall performance of your business. The firm of Buckles, Travis, and Hart has a full offering of services for small businesses. Payroll processing, tax liability, unemployment, and financial reporting, just to name a few. Think of them like a built-in business manager, but they don't get sick and they don't ask for time off. Call or contact today to help get your business focused across the board. Buckles, Travis, and Hart, 270-259-5604, GraysonCPAs.com.
Our family caring for yours. Those 5 words speak volumes about what you can expect at Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center. Compare your hometown hospital to virtually any across the state, and you will find we offer world-class technologies and comprehensive healthcare solutions far exceeding your expectations. But equally important to what we can do is how we do it. The hometown touch, the personal care. Set us apart and leave you on the road to recovery and restoration with a new sense of trust and confidence. Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center.
I'm Kevin Brooks with Future Design Building Material. These are challenging times we're facing, and with so much uncertainty, it's natural to be concerned. We know that the health and wellness of your family is most important. To work through these challenges together, we are offering new services to help. You can now call in orders and we'll deliver them curbside. We'll even deliver to your front door if that's what you need. Going forward, we'll continue to adapt to the changing conditions to continue to serve. We're all in this together. Call 270-259-9311 or go to fdbm.net and tell Future Design Building Materials how we can help you.
Due to the COVID-19 virus, the Sicilian Bank feels it's in the best interest of their customers and employees to temporarily reduce lobby services to appointment only. All banking transactions will be directed to drive-through only until further notice. You may also conduct business by phone by calling any of our banking centers. For a complete list of banking centers and phone numbers, visit thesicilianbank.com. Committed to you, and thank you for your patience during these uncertain times. The Sicilian Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Christy with Cash Connection in the Vape Shop. We are open 6 days a week in Litchfield across from Walgreens and in Hardinsburg behind Taco Bell. Cash Connection offers payday loans, and the Vape Shop is home to the 30 ml $6.99 e-liquid.
This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Alexa can now screen you for coronavirus. In the U.S., you can now ask Amazon's voice-activated assistant to assess your risk level for the disease, as well as what to do if you think you have COVID-19. Alexa will ask you a series of questions and provide Centers for Disease Control guidance based on your risk factors and symptoms. Alexa can also answer tens of thousands of other questions related to coronavirus. Apple is giving you a chance to try out some of their goodies while you're stuck at home. The tech giant is extending the free trial period from 30 to 90 days for its video editing software, Final Cut Pro. Users will still have to pay $300 for a license once it's over. They're also rolling out a free trial version of its audio editing software, Logic Pro X. It usually costs $200. And lastly, 9to5Mac says that Apple is developing a new car key feature that will let drivers replace physical car keys with their iPhones. 9to5Mac is now saying that BMW will likely be the first car maker to support the new virtual key technology. Tech Report, Larry Olson.
Well, don't let 'em try to sell you. There's a reason they make chocolate. Half a never. Never any doubt. There's no doubt. Good don't never lie. And the only word you'll ever need to know. Life is wild.
Today is Doctor's Day today.
Bless their hearts.
A lot of doctors.
I know, right?
Got a lot of doctors earning it right now. It's Pencil Day today.
Number 2 to you.
And it's Take a Walk in the Park Day today.
No.
No?
No.
Can't
Sorry,
do that.
You can't do that. It's also oddly enough, take a virtual vacation day.
We can do that.
Yeah, that's about the only thing that you can celebrate today on that. It is also today in the know turns 2,000 episodes.
Wow.
Yay! Look at us go.
We had
Who let that go on that long?
some time ago we had planned on having at least some broader celebration.
Yeah.
As to such a milestone, but we got COVIDed.
Life's rough.
Like everyone else did. And so someone asked me, I guess a week or so ago, do you have any plans for it? I'm like, nope. No, not now. It's going to be like every other show. It would be me and them.
Here we are.
We being the them.
Yeah.
Talking about the stuff we have come to talk about now. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Time marches on.
It's one subject. Now, I don't know if you're, maybe Sam got it or can get it, but Princess Tiana left this really cool. To me, it smelled like a Bible school project because it smells like burnt matches.
Yeah.
But it's the logo. Here we go, Sam. Here you go, Sam. We'll make it easier for you. Just do that. Let's take mine.
That's
There we go.
really cool.
How nice
Yeah,
is that?
That is really cool.
She is such a sweet person.
2000th show.
And she's out doing her own thing this morning.
That's what I said. She's on assignment. Yeah. And so got both station logos on there. 2000.
Wow.
Now, I just did some quick math. I've probably not been here for 40 to 50.
Something like that.
That's probably on the high side, right?
Yeah, probably
I'm on the lower end. Misty's probably pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Had a lot of DECA trips in there.
Yeah, well, it just
cheer competitions.
It seems like, but 2000's a lot.
Just didn't come to work days.
So what we've done,
Look at us go.
I think what I've decided to do is I've sort of deferred any real celebration to 2500. So that'll be about 2 years.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in 2 years.
So how many years have we been doing this?
So
2011 or
2011, May 17 of 2011 was
2011. I always get that confused. I can't remember if it's 11 or 12.
We're rolling up on 9 years, and so we can go another 500. Surely, can we get? I mean,
we gonna try it if we don't get COVID.
I had someone ask me, do you have a biggest memory of the show? I was like, no, I don't.
In the beginning of the show, before you put us on camera, you would do all of these stunts with me. I've had to have my feet soaked. I've had to do inflatable life jackets.
I forgot that one.
That was a good one.
You drove a Hot Wheels car
With Grayson.
battery powered.
Yeah, I
right?
did.
Mhm.
Yes, I got to blow up Peeps in the microwave.
That was fun.
Yeah,
too.
we had the yard sale show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Planking.
You planked, and then you got called out with the guy that said, "You need a real job, or you need a job." And you said, "I am. This is my job.
This is my job.
This is my job."
This is my job.
We've had a lot of great gifts
We
you've given
have.
me over the years. There's photos going on right now. So you brought the band into play for me, and I got my band uniform from high school.
Big year enders.
Yeah, a
Big
lot
year
of
enders
big
are
year
always
enders.
big.
Mm-hmm.
A
couple slap fights maybe you and I've been in.
Which I love to observe.
Yeah.
By the way,
We don't disagree very often when we do.
it's fun.
It's fun. We've had a lot of great guests on. We've had who was the UK basketball player that was here?
Cameron Mills was
Cameron
one.
Mills.
Was Kenny Walker here one time too? He might
Yes.
have been. I don't know.
He was.
I know he's been in the building. I don't know if he's been on the show. And
not-
so that's the thing.
I'm not sure if he was
is
on the
that
show,
when
but-
you do 2,000 times,
Yeah.
it starts to, like, even a person who has a really good memory, such as myself, start to go,
What happened?
Well, so like Friday was a good example. My dad was on the show Friday, and I wasn't sure. I was like, of all the conversations I've had in my lifetime with my dad, I can't remember them all or where they all took place.
Right.
So I found myself in a spot. I was like, have we? Surely we have, right? They're just not, you can't go 2,000 times and that not.
I mean, and some of the
Nothing will
times,
happen.
like being on the road. I mean, that's been fun. Dallas.
yeah, we went to
right?
Dallas.
Yeah, we went to the
Show on
Final
the
Four,
road.
parades.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've
I'm
done
not
a
allowed to do
lot.
anymore because I can't talk about the equine.
Right. You have to.
Yeah, you're not.
That's when you get to take your 10.
Yeah. I get to take my candy cigarette smoke break.
You get to take your 10 during the horses.
Go have a candy cigarette, Misty. The horses are coming up.
But it's been nice. We've had a good run.
I think that the most interesting part for me is the learning curve of how much of your life to share and not share. We came out of the gate pretty hot in the beginning. Our kids would go, "What did you do?"
Yes.
What did you? And then people would say, were you talking about me on air? So we've had to learn that over the years to give people new names.
Oh, sure, but we came up with workarounds for those.
We
no
have
problem.
lots of great workarounds for everybody. You all have a name, you just don't know it. But we've suffered a lot of loss. I've lost my mother-in-law. I've lost my dad. You've lost your grandfather. And those things get very public.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting now, like, how many years did you say in? 9?
9 in May. 9 next month.
My family has just now started to watch on Facebook. They found it, and they're like, oh, we really enjoy your show. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
I gave all my
You
best.
missed out on a lot.
I gave all my best years for 5 years ago. Yeah.
Send me ravioli.
Yeah,
like,
no, right?
Seriously.
No, but it's been a lot of fun, and I think we've done more good than harm for the community.
To who?
For the community.
The community, yes, definitely good, not harm. But to self, maybe harm. I don't know.
All of this spawned out of me working the news beat, and constantly hearing people say, we would love to have a local show. We would love to have a local show. And I said to you, Mark, we don't have to be good at it. We just have to be local. And you finally came back to me.
Took that literally.
I don't know how long it took. Was it about a year?
You took it to me first, I thought, maybe.
Yeah, I did, because I knew that I'd have to go through you to get his attention. But you came back and said, I'm not doing it unless we're good at it. So maybe 2,000 shows in, we can say,
Still
okay,
working.
We're still trying to be good at it.
Still trying to get good.
Maybe someday
Maybe around
we'll.
3,000. Maybe around 3,000 we might get good.
Good grief.
Odyssey 3000.
All right, so let's get real. Ready for some real talk?
Okay.
Oh.
Are you ready to find out what the new toilet paper is?
I have ideas.
The new toilet paper,
Oh, I bet I do know.
hair dye.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant what they're making toilet paper out of.
No.
I was going to say the hemp that nobody's buying, that everybody
Hair
overgrew.
dye is now the thing
Sure.
that people are going to be trying to get their hands on that might be a little more
Oh,
difficult.
babies, don't do that.
As people are cut off from their salons, sales of hair coloring kits have soared 750%.
Not going to do it. So everybody that watches the show,
Yep.
you're going to see my roots.
Yeah, so we split here. This is where she and I split. She has always professionally had her hair colored.
Yes.
I have always colored my own hair.
Yeah,
I
I'm not doing it.
I have a Madison Reed delivered to my house every 5 weeks. But here's the difference, okay? So Lauren Chaffins got on to me on Facebook. She said, "Oh, Misty, don't tell me you're dyeing your hair." I said, "I always have." But I am, look, my hair is one color. Yours is like 4. You know what I'm saying? Like you have
That is
highlights,
true.
you have low
Yes,
lights, you have.
that is
I
true.
don't have any of that. So my hair is very easy to color. I've done it since I was 30.
Okay, yeah, I am
I'm
not
44 now.
going to use a box at all. And
You got to
all
be careful
can
with it.
watch
I
it
think
day
there's
by day.
two, and I think that's what it is. I think there's so much variation that
You got to be careful.
that it can be a challenge.
And let me
It-
give you
it
a
could
little
actually be
tip.
ugly
It can be real
at
ugly.
some point.
The color you think your hair is, you're going to need to go a shade lighter.
Okay.
Some of you are going to end up looking like
Got it. I'm going back to my natural color, by the way. It's what I've already decided.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
good for you.
Yeah.
A dad has banned his son from their house after he went on spring break, a spring break trip during the pandemic. Good for you, Dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
If you were warned not to go and you went on,
anyway.
then find some other place to
can't
live.
come here and bring your cooties.
That's right. Organizers are planning the postponed Summer Olympics to start in July of 2021 rather than August of 2021. I'm not sure what big difference the month makes, but okay, sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
A mom is keeping her sense of humor with the first day of quarantine homeschool picture. You know how moms do the, first day of school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first day of quarantine homeschool photo of, and then the dad sitting in his home office with his feet up and, you know.
Love it.
This working from home thing for a lot of people is forcing couples to spend a lot more time professionally in the same space. So in my particular case, you know, we share a lot of time professionally with one another.
Yep.
And so there's no real surprises from a professional standpoint. But here's some actual tweets from people who witnessed their partners in work mode for the first time.
This is interesting for people. Jason and I have had this moment, not because of COVID, but over the years.
Right. You never notice people in that because you've never been to work with them, but
Right,
now, so
right.
you don't really know how they act. So, Laura said, a funny thing about quarantining is hearing your partner in full work mode for the first time. Like, I'm married to the Let's Circle Back guy. Who knew?
Oh, dear.
I'm married to the Let's Circle Back guy. Love it.
Another tweet said, I remember the day I realized my wife was the one more question person at the end of meetings. I was in shock. All right, we'll take one more question. And it's always got to be that person,
Yes,
that person
yes.
who's if they're taking one more, I might as well seize the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
One person said, apparently I'm married to, just to clarify.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Another response, turns out my husband can actually make small talk, just not with anyone we know in non-work life.
My life is in a tweet. Can somebody just tag me in that tweet? Who knew? Who knew?
Mine said, why don't we table that and revisit it in a couple of days? Who is he? We've never tabled a darn thing and revisited anything out in our entire 36-year marriage.
He uses it all up at work.
Yeah.
Is he?
I love it.
And then one response was, hearing my wife in meetings, especially with subordinates, and it dawns on me that she uses personnel management techniques on me all the time. Like, well,
I'm a subordinate.
well,
I didn't even know it.
I mean,
There's some truth to
if you got the skill, you might as well use it. For sure.
It's hard to put the tool away when it's working so well all day long.
That's right. We got to get to a break. Got plenty more on the way. Hang around here on In the Know.
I'm Kevin Brooks with Future Design Building Material. These are challenging times we're facing, and with so much uncertainty, it's natural to be concerned. We know that the health and wellness of your family is most important. To work through these challenges together, we are offering new services to help. You can now call in orders and we'll deliver them curbside. We'll even deliver to your front door if that's what you need. Going forward, we'll continue to adapt to the changing conditions to continue to serve. We're all in this together. Call 270-259-9311 or go to fdbm.net and tell Future Design Building Materials how we can help you.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. Physicians and public health professionals are trying to protect us because our healthcare system would be overwhelmed if too many people get seriously ill. We have to take their advice seriously. So, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home. And disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
A time of crisis. A new and deadly virus sweeps America, costing lives and jobs. Our nation's leaders come together, putting partisanship aside, and Kentucky's Mitch McConnell is at the center of the battle to rush aid to Americans, delivering swift, historic, and bipartisan relief for America's workers and families, with more to come. But Amy McGrath uses this unprecedented public health crisis for cheap political gains, spending millions on false partisan attacks. McGrath fuels fear with lies that even liberal newspapers like the Washington Post call false. Kentucky and America deserve better. So remember, while Amy McGrath lies, Mitch McConnell leads. Visit coronavirus.gov to learn what you can do to better protect yourself, your family, and your community.
I'm Mitch McConnell, candidate for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by McConnell Senate Committee.
Hey Kentucky, your voice counts. Taking the census helps Kentucky receive funds for school lunches, life-saving medical care, educational programs, roads and bridges, and other programs that benefit you, your family, and your community. The census is just 9 questions and only takes 10 minutes to complete. Plus, it's safe and secure. By April 1st, your home will receive official Census Bureau mail with info on how to respond. So Kentucky, let your voice be heard. Be counted. Learn more at CountMeInKY2020.com.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay, make payments directly from your smartphone, and People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet to learn more at ctbi.com. That's ctbi.com.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Tax season is underway, and so are IRS scams. Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith Hamblin with the Better Business Bureau. Scammers are pretending to be the IRS, saying you owe back taxes, and they're demanding payment over the phone with prepaid debit cards or wire transfer. If you don't comply, the scammer threatens you with fines and an arrest. Another version claims you're getting a tax refund, and scammers ask you for personal information. If you get calls like these, hang up the phone. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Sunshine will help to push your temperatures into the 60s for this afternoon's highs. We'll also be dealing with breezy conditions with gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour. Tonight, we'll see clouds increasing across the region as your lows drop into the upper 30s and low 40s. From the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Oh, once I can see this is mine, you can't take it. Long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me.
Did you know? In the 1990s, the average American supermarket had 9,000 products. Today, there are around 40,000.
Wow.
40,000 products in a supermarket?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
I
guess
guess
that's-
if you go from Olson's to...
That's a
Right?
lot, from 9,000 to 40,000.
Do we actually? I don't know that we locally carry 40,000. I think you get into Hardin County or Warren County, their grocery stores.
That many SKUs,
Yeah.
different. There's just a lot of variation.
As my husband was traveling one night, he said, "So what are you eating?" He said, "Prosciutto, mozzarella wrapped prosciutto." And I said,
Num num.
"That's not something we buy at the grocery store at home." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because they actually had it here. I've never seen
Right.
it before."
It's
And I was
available.
like,
It's encouraged. It's on display,
Right.
etc.
Yes.
So today is the Lawler Wave Parade on, was it Friday that they did Wilkie, or was it Thursday?
It was Friday.
It was? I can't remember.
No, Thursday.
It was Thursday.
Thursday.
It was Thursday.
Because I talked to Braxton Friday.
Yeah, Thursday was the Wilkie Wave Parade. Today is the Lawler Elementary Wave Parade. And
Seems to be a little
they're on
slower.
187 now. And because I saw go under the parkway just a moment ago. So anyway, the K105 mobile assault vehicle is in the... Princess Tiana has strapped a gun turret to the top of it in case there's an attack.
She's
And
so good.
this parade seems to be moving at a more parade-ish type
Speed.
pace.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Which I think is nice.
But here's the thing: they are on 187. You're about to get to my subdivision. There could be an Amish buggy leading the parade on accident.
Oh, yeah, that's
not
true.
planned.
Accidentally got, it could be
that's holding down the speed.
a buggy on pace setting
like
duty.
it.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I showed you that the neat sign for the 2000 show that we got.
Yeah.
And then the girls, you all got some gifts as well.
Oh, I know. Like, Sam, can you zoom in to our earrings that we got?
No,
These are
the girls have new
How cool are these?
Dorothy made. And
Thank you, Miss Dorothy. These are
They are so awesome.
my
I-
favorite thing ever.
also, I got a nose ring.
Yeah.
That
I
is
do
not
love
a nose ring.
It's a gauge for your ear.
It's a nose
It's a
ring for
keychain.
me. No, I mean, if yours are earrings, mine's a nose
It
ring.
has to be.
No, you do
I
you.
was
It's a
just
belly
using-
button ring. Show that off to her later.
Just using
Lord
context.
have mercy.
You married him.
All right, so here we're going to do something a little different today. In lieu of the water cooler question, which we've had to shelf for a while, we're going to do what I'm going to call You Pick Trivia. Okay? So this is just, you can just play along.
Okay.
There are no prizes involved. You can use the comments section if you want to.
Do we need paper?
No,
Shout it
you
out at
can.
home
You
as
can-
loud as
that's
you
right.
want.
Yell it at your wife. Get up real close to her.
Let's circle
and
back
yell
around.
it.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah.
Don't you think that would go? Don't you think that would?
Yes, in
go
the
in?
know, keeping people in love a little longer.
Absolutely. Let's go. Let's see. Do I have something here? Okay.
We should do the dating game.
What was the first toy to be featured in a TV commercial? What was the first toy to be featured in a TV commercial? Was it A, an Easy Bake Oven, B, Barbie, C, Mr. Potato Head, or D, Stick and Wheel?
Stick and Wheel?
Yeah, I wonder if that's like a sit and spin.
No, I don't even
Can you read them one more time?
Yeah. What was the first toy to be featured in a TV commercial? Was it an Easy Bake Oven, a Barbie, a Mr. Potato Head, or a Stick and Wheel? Oh, no. Stick and Wheel is when you roll the wheel with the stick and you
I'm
keep
like,
it going.
I don't think they actually sold those. We just made those.
Right. Yeah, you just came out of the junkyard with one of those or something. I don't know.
So I actually wrote one of those down before you gave the list.
Easy Bake Oven, Barbie,
didn't.
Mr. Potato
I had
Head,
a
or
different
Stick and Wheel? What was the first toy to be featured in a TV commercial? All right. Which one of those, Misty, do you think is correct?
I wrote down Barbie first, but I think it's Easy Bake Oven.
Okay. Miss Buckles?
Well, I started with Slinky, but that was not an option, so I went with Barbie.
Oh, look, there's my family. There's Kidney and Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
And Samurai.
Yep.
Hey, family.
The correct answer is Mr. Potato Head. If you said Mr. Potato Head,
well,
you were
we
correct.
didn't.
If you screamed Mr. Potato Head at your children, you were correct.
I had a 25% chance. I gave two options and still got it
Still
wrong.
got neither right.
Story of my life.
Okay, here is the next question in You Pick Trivia. How far does the average office chair move in a year? How far does the average office chair move in a year? Is it 2 miles, 8 miles, 10 miles, or 15 miles? Is it 2 miles? Is it M&M? Is it 10 miles? Or is it 15 miles?
I really think it depends, but...
How many miles? 2, 8, 10, or
fun.
15?
Sure.
Yell out the answer to those around you whenever you know it.
Mom's spaghetti.
Anytime everybody to lock in. 2 miles, 8 miles, 10 miles,
I wrote down 1 mile.
or
before you
15
started your
miles.
list.
I think it depends on whose office chair.
I agree.
I'm kind of trapped in between 3 desks that turned into
But
one.
I roll
yeah.
mine around a lot.
All right, Miss Buckles, 2 miles, 8 miles, 10 miles, or 15 miles?
8 miles.
You said 8 miles. Misty, so you're going with M&M. Misty, is it 2 miles, 8 miles, 10 miles, or 15 miles?
I'm going 8 miles just because of
You're
M&M.
going with 8 miles. The correct answer is 8 miles. 8 miles is the correct answer. If you yelled out 8 miles, then you are correct. Our next You Pick Trivia today, there are 3 of them. So the question is, what are you doing if you lacrimate? What are you doing if you lacrimate? Are you crying, belching, sneezing, or begging for a raise? Are you crying, belching, sneezing, or begging for a raise?
Would this be an awkward time to ask for a
I
raise?
normally know words.
Lacrimate. A, crying, B, belching, C, sneezing, or D, begging for a raise?
To lactate.
Scream out the answer when you know it.
Or make something up.
All right, Misty, what are you doing if you
I'm
lacrimate?
gonna
Are
say
you
belching.
crying, belching, sneezing, or begging for a raise?
I'm going to say belching.
You're say belching. Miss Buckles, what are you saying?
I said belching.
Belching. The correct answer is crying.
What?
Really?
You are crying. If you lacrimate, you are crying.
No, I'm just crying.
There you go.
That's weird.
You are crying. Okay, and finally, this segment, I'm going to share with you quarantine cinema.
Okay.
Are you ready? This is cinema for a quarantine era.
Okay,
Shall I proceed?
please.
Okay.
Press on.
Me, Myself, and Isolation.
Ooh, enjoy
Not
that
Me,
one.
Myself, and Irene. Me, Myself, and Isolation.
Yep.
The next entry into quarantine cinema, When Harry FaceTimed Sally.
I would
Can you
watch the whole
imagine?
movie.
Right.
I would watch it.
Not to leave out the Westerns, The Good, The Bad, and The Lonely.
Oh. One is the loneliest number.
How to lose your mind in 10 days.
Or less.
Almost there.
Or less.
Almost there.
Don't Stand By Me.
Yes.
Stand By Me, great film. Don't Stand By Me, not so good. I Know What I Did Last Night. And the 13 nights before that. And the final entry from Quarantine Cinema. Look Who's Talking to Herself.
Yes. I like it.
There will be a sequel to that as well, I'm sure. We got to get to a break. We'll come back. Today's Point to Ponder, Pearl of Wisdom, chart toppers, and more coming up here on In the Know.
I heard a story out of Arkansas that will warm your heart and remind you that technology can facilitate human connection. At the center of the story is Chastity, who was 19 years old when her father died. One of the ways she coped with her loss was to continue a daily habit she started a couple of years before. She texted her dad's number and shared with him the highs and the lows of life without him by her side. She told him that she beat cancer. She reassured him that she was taking better care of herself. She talked about how she finished college and graduated with honors. She let him know when she fell in love and when her heart got broken. Every day for years, she poured out her heart to her father through text messages she knew he would never read. But one day, she got a response. On the other end of her father's old phone number was a man who had been reading Chastity's text messages to her father every day for 4 years. As it turns out, the man was himself a father. His message to her read, "My name is Brad, and I lost my daughter in a car accident. Your messages have kept me alive. When you text me, it's like getting a message from my daughter." What a beautiful, perhaps divinely inspired moment. A grieving daughter found healing by expressing her heart to a grieving father, who in turn found healing from the words she wrote. That's the power of human connection. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
Get lured in by a tender Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's. Enjoy 2 of them now for just $5. Made with flaky Alaskan pollock from sustainable fisheries, it's a crispy, steamy, tangy treat that'll leave you ready to dive in for another bite. Plus, add any size soft drink like an ice-cold Sprite for just $1. Catch this deal before it's gone. Only at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meals. Single item at regular price.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. The anxiety can be overwhelming. If you're feeling extra worried, you're not alone. You can still contact a mental health professional. They're ready to help you get through this. And remember, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
Due to the COVID-19 virus, the Sicilian Bank feels it's in the best interest of their customers and employees to temporarily reduce lobby services to appointment only. All banking transactions will be directed to drive-through only until further notice. You may also conduct business by phone by calling any of our banking centers. For a complete list of banking centers and phone numbers, visit thesicilianbank.com. Committed to you, and thank you for your patience during these uncertain times. The Sicilian Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey Kentucky, your voice counts. Taking the census helps Kentucky receive funds for school lunches, life-saving medical care, educational programs, roads and bridges, and other programs that benefit you, your family, and your community. The census is just 9 questions and only takes 10 minutes to complete. Plus, it's safe and secure. By April 1st, your home will receive official Census Bureau mail with info on how to respond. So Kentucky, let your voice be heard. Be counted. Learn more at CountMeInKY2020.com.
After a natural disaster, people want to help in any way possible, but beware of scams. Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith Hamblin with the Better Business Bureau. Never click on links to charities on unfamiliar websites or in text messages or email. These may take you to a lookalike website where you might be asked to provide personal information, or may download harmful malware onto your computer. Also, don't assume charity recommendations on social media have already been vetted. Do your research first at bbb.org.
B's Point to Ponder for today. I think I can fix this whole COVID-19 thing.
Okay.
With my Point to Ponder. If we exposed Chuck Norris to COVID-19, would the coronavirus have to quarantine for 30 days?
You know,
We'll just sick Chuck Norris on it and say, here.
I have insomnia right now, so Chuck Norris comes on with his Total Gym thing about 3 every morning.
Yeah.
And he is 72.
Yeah.
So the whole infomercial is about him
Right.
being 72.
Uh-huh.
But I got to tell you, if that's what a Total Gym does for Chuck Norris.
By the
I don't
way,
get it.
for the Professional Bargain Hunters Woman of the Year, I'll go ahead and tell you, in the same way you bought your fake Peloton, if you go up one channel, they're selling a knockoff Total Home Gym.
No, I have one.
Oh, you got the knockoff.
Yeah, so
okay.
the Total Gym is like, it's $1,200, but on sale for $899 or something like that on the QVC. But listen, I got on the eBay and got the knockoff for $116.
Look at you go. Of course you did. I don't know why I thought I was telling you something you didn't know.
No, I've had it for months. I've just been so sick, I haven't been able to get on it. I thought, if I'm going to get back to working out, what better way if I can't lay down and do my exercises?
Sure. Hey, the Lawler
'Cause you lay
Wave
on the whole
Lawler Wave Parade looks like it's coming back toward Thomason Byway from behind Southgate Mall now, headed northbound. And so we'll be headed back to West White Oak Street, and then I don't know where they'll be going from there. I didn't study the route.
Nor did I.
On TV tonight, Celebrity Family Feud on ABC, The Voice on NBC, James Corden's Late Late Show special primetime on CBS called Home Fest, and The Good Doctor Season 3 finale on ABC.
Yeah, I got to watch that tonight because I got caught up in it last week. And now
You
I gotta
do
know.
like it? The Good Doctor?
I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. But I get caught up in watching it just because I tend to be in my bed at that time and that channel's on.
Today's highlight in history this day, 1981, President Reagan was shot and seriously injured outside a Washington, D.C. hotel by John Hinckley Jr. In 1822, Florida became a United States territory. In 1 year ago today, Comedy Central announced, 5 years ago today, Comedy Central announced that Trevor Noah would succeed Jon Stewart as host of The Daily Show. Birthdays today, Warren Beatty is 83, Eric Clapton is 75, Paul Reiser is 64, MC Hammer is 58, Tracy Chapman is 56, Ian Ziering is 56, Piers Morgan is 55, Celine Dion is 52, Mark Consuelos is 49, Nora Jones is 41, Katie Mixon is 39 today. Katie Mixon, American Housewife.
Yeah, but Mark Consuelos is how old?
49.
Holy smokes.
Justin Moore is 36 today, and Thomas Rhett is 30. Gone but not forgotten, Vincent van Gogh was born this date in 1853. Let's go to chart toppers. 1947, Dinah Shore was number 1 with the anniversary song.
Oh, how we danced on the night we were wed. We vowed our true love.
Did you ever watch the Dinah Shore show?
Yes.
So we would reenact the Dinah Shore show, and I have VHS tapes of us doing that when we were little with my older sisters.
Was it entertaining?
We were entertaining. I don't remember the show.
Now.
It's very entertaining now.
1956.
Down at the end of Lonely Street, that heartbreak hotel.
Elvis, A.A. Ron Presley.
Well, I'm so lonely. I'll be so lonely I could die.
Let's go to
Ain't got no cigarettes.
1965.
2 hours of pushing broom.
Roger Miller.
8, 12.
You don't like this one?
I don't know it.
Really?
Man of means by no means. King of the road.
Okay, so I know that part.
Yeah. So you don't watch enough infomercials of the country classics.
You would think.
Oh, I do know this one.
I can't stop
1974.
One of my
Blue
favorites.
Suede.
deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling
you're in love with me.
Blue Suede just didn't look like what I thought they would look like.
No, not at all. Mm-mm.
All I
Gonna
have
need
for
them to
that is
change.
Ellie McBeal. That is.
Yeah, sure.
There's a little girl
Oh,
in our neighborhood.
1983.
Her name is Charlotte Johnson, and she's really looking good. I had to go and see her, so I called her on the phone. I walked over to her house, and this was going on. Her brother was on the sofa eating chocolate pie. Her mom was in the kitchen cutting chicken up
Chicken
to
with a
fry.
bone in it.
I was
Right.
in the backyard rolling up a garden hose. I was on the porch with Charlotte, feeling love down to my toes, and we was swinging.
Swinging,
Yeah, just a swinging.
swinging.
I'm trying to think back in 80, it would have been 83.
I can't believe I'm out here on a
Our station, WKHG, played this song like an unbelievable number of times consecutively. It was like in the 20s.
Really?
Played it back to back like 20-something
Do you
times.
just pick up the needle on the record and start over
Pretty
again?
much, we needed 2 copies. I wasn't here, so I was 12, but I remember it.
I need 2 8-tracks,
I remember the height of the popularity is just people were like, play it again.
This is how we did it when
Again.
I was little kids. I remember my aunt buying the cassette tape and bringing it to our house so we could hear the song on
Sure.
demand.
You had a cassette tape?
Well, no, my aunt did, and she brought it over. She traveled household to household
She
to
had
share
a-
the good news of
She
swinging.
must have had a lot of disposable income.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember the time Michael Jackson #1 this date in 1992.
Love this video.
Yeah, it's a big production. All right, MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. By the way, thanks everybody for the well wishes on Show 2000 and everybody for their extra efforts. And thanks to the two of you all for showing up every day. It'd be pretty lonely to try to show up and do by yourself.
Well, you do pay me to come in.
MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. You never look good trying to make someone else look bad.
Amen.
You never look good trying to make someone else look bad. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Misty Thomas, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky, WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA. 104.9 FM, the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105, your